Recording has started.
Hello, thank you for your interest in Georgia Tech. My name is Evan Simmons, and I will be presenting on the Georgia Tech First Gen Transfer Pathway Program. Each transfer pathway program at Georgia Tech has its own webpage that outlines eligibility and requirements. If you have not already, please visit transfer.gatech.edu for Georgia Tech First Gen Pathway Program information. It is important that you know the First Gen Transfer Pathway Program is an optional path with specific admission requirements. We understand students have a lot of great transfer options and ultimately want you to choose the best path for you and your family. Georgia Tech enrolls approximately 1,000 transfer students each year, and our transfer pathway programs help support and diversify our transfer class each year. Let's begin with a quick overview of the First Gen Transfer Pathway Program requirements. Eligibility. First, we will review the Georgia Tech First Gen Transfer Pathway page. As you can see here, first-year applicants for the fall 2021 term who are Georgia residents or domestic non-residents and are not offered first-year admission may be given the opportunity to apply as a transfer student for the fall 2022 term for the First Gen pathway. This pathway is for the fall 2022 term only. International students are not eligible to participate in this pathway program. The first step to apply as a part of this pathway program is to complete and submit an online transfer application at transfer.gatech.edu. The non-refundable application fee is $75 for domestic students. There is a transfer application fee waiver option within the application. Credit hour requirements. There is a 30 semester or 45 quarter credit hour requirement for the First Gen Pathway program. These credits must be complete by June 1st. We will review deadlines and decision notification dates on the next slide. An official academic transcript from each previous institution is required as a part of your transfer application. This does include dual enrollment coursework taken during high school. Official academic transcripts must be sent directly from the institution to the Georgia Tech Office of Undergraduate Admission. Course requirements by major. As a part of the 30 semester credit hour or 45 quarter credit hour requirement, there are minimum course requirements by major students are required to complete. These course requirements are the same ones we ask of all transfer applicants to complete as a part of their application. A course requirement by major chart is available on our transfer website. Course requirements for all majors include English Composition 1, English Composition 2, Calculus 1, and at least one lab science. Most majors have additional requirements, but all courses align with Georgia Tech degree requirements. Georgia First Pathway Program applicants must complete these minimum course requirements by June 1st. Grade point average. There are clear GPA requirements as part of the Georgia First Pathway Program. The minimum overall grade point average requirement is a 3.3 on a 4.0 grading scale. The overall GPA is taken from the official transcript or transcript sent to our office. The minimum math and lab science grade point average is a 3.3 on the 4.0 scale. We only include calculus and higher math and lab science coursework within this GPA requirement. Let's review our transfer application deadlines so you can mark them on your calendar. This information is also available online at transfer.gatech.edu. www.georgiatech.edu. The Georgia Tech First Gen Pathway Program is a fall term only offer. The fall transfer application opens on January 15th and closes on March 1st. Please be sure to apply prior to March 1st and do not confuse the application deadline for the document deadline. We do offer a transfer application process each semester term in case you plan to apply for a different term. But please remember, the First Gen Pathway Program is only available for the fall term. June 1st is the deadline for completion of the 30th semester or 45 quarter credit hours and course requirements by major. Coursework completed after June 1st is not included within our application review. If you are considering enrolling at an institution on a quarter credit system, it will be a significant challenge to meet our June 1st deadline. The spring term of a quarter credit system does not typically complete prior to June 1. June 1st is also the deadline for your final academic transcript with your spring grades. This June 1st deadline gives our office just enough time to review your final transcript and complete our application review prior to a mid-June decision release. We do have an April 15th decision release listed as a fall document deadline on our transfer webpage. This deadline is for students who do not have a pathway program offer. These students receive a decision mid-May. Students applying as part of the Georgia First Pathway Program receive a mid-June decision release since we need your final spring transcript to complete our review. If you have questions about our deadlines, please contact our office at admission.gatech.edu. The next topic to review is our course requirements by major chart. The top of the chart reminds applicants all majors require coursework equivalent to an English Composition 1101, English Composition 1102, and Calculus 1, Math 1551. One great thing about this chart is that it's interactive. For example, when selecting a degree program, it will link to the degree requirements page for that specific major in the Georgia Tech catalog. Once selecting one of the courses, you will be taken to the course description for that specific course in the Georgia Tech catalog. All majors require one lab science course, and most require two. All lab science course consists of lecture and lab components equal to at least 4 semester credit hours. If your major lists 2 blocks underneath the lab science column, then your major requires 2 separate lab science courses. It does not mean 1 lecture and 1 lab course if your institution treats them separately and not combined into 1 course. An example of meeting 2 course lab science sequence is Biology 1 and Biology 2, or Chemistry 1 and Chemistry 2. An example of meeting the 2 course lab sequence optional is Physics 1 and Chemistry 1, or Biology 1 and Chemistry 1. Pathway versus holistic review. Our application review process begins once our office receives a complete transfer application. Application review for this transfer pathway will begin once we receive the final spring transcript from students. Students applying as a part of the Georgia Tech First Gen Pathway Program receive an offer of admission if they meet all program requirements. Students who do not meet all pathway requirements will receive a second holistic review prior to final decision. Georgia Tech uses a partner-based review model to complete our holistic review. 2 staff members simultaneously read each transfer application and summarize their impressions before recommending a decision. Most applications receive multiple reviews from staff prior to a final decision. We highly recommend applicants use all sections of the application to provide information we can review as a part of this process. Academic major. Students have the opportunity to select one of our 36 majors of study on the transfer application. Any offer of transfer admission from the Georgia Tech Office of Undergraduate Admission is specific to the major and term listed on the application. Students are not able to change their major once their application has been submitted. Please note, students applying as a part of the Georgia Tech First Gen transfer pathway are eligible to apply for any one of the 36 majors offered at Georgia Tech. Academic preparation. Georgia Tech does not waive or exclude prior college credit or enrollment. Official academic transcripts must be received by June 1st. Official academic transcripts provide us a picture of your academic preparation and performance. Enrollment gaps or extenuating circumstances can be outlined within the online application. Course requirements by major. We also review official transcripts to confirm course requirements by major have been completed. Competitive applicants demonstrate success within course requirements by major and rigorous coursework over time. We recommend applicants use the prerequisite section of their application to list each course they are using to satisfy each course requirement by major. Contribution to community. We recommend applicants upload a one-page contribution to community form within their online application. Applicants often ask, what makes a good application, or they believe that there are certain things they need to list on their application. We are interested in learning what you are passionate about, and we value the different interests of our students and what brings them to Georgia Tech. Some traits we value in this portion include commitment, self-motivation, personal responsibility, compassion for others, initiative, leadership, and entrepreneurism. The contribution to community form is optional, but highly recommended. Personal essays. Students are required to complete 2 essays as part of the online transfer application. One essay is the same for everyone and focuses on the student's intended major at Georgia Tech. The second essay topic is chosen by the student from different essay prompts. This portion of the application helps us get to know you better and assesses the mutual fit and demonstrates thoughtfulness. Portfolio. This is specific to the College of Design. Students selecting some majors within our College of Design have the option to complete an additional essay and upload a design portfolio. These items are reviewed by our College of Design faculty as part of the transfer application review process. Grade point average. As previously stated, there are 2 GPA requirements for the First Gen Pathway program: an overall 3.3 GPA and a 3.3 Math and Lab Science GPA. The overall GPA includes coursework taken at all previous institutions. A Math and Lab Science GPA review includes only calculus level and higher math and lab science courses. Lab science courses include physics, chemistry, biology, and some earth and atmospheric sciences. A lab science course must total at least 4 semester credit hours and include lecture and lab components. A lab science course will not receive credit if the lab is not completed with the lecture. How we calculate the Math and Lab Science GPA is simple. We add up the total quality points from all eligible coursework and divide it by the number of credit hours. For example, if a student has an A- grade for a chemistry course and there are 4 semester credit hours, then the student would receive 16 quality points and 4 hours of semester credit. We do not add or subtract quality points for plus-minus grades. An A grade receives the same weight whether it's an A- or an A+. The next slide will provide a transfer credit overview. The Georgia Tech Catalog. The Georgia Tech Catalog is the official resource for our transfer credit policy, course descriptions, and degree requirements for each major. The basic policy is to allow credit for courses completed with a C or higher at other accredited colleges and universities within the U.S. Coursework completed at colleges and universities outside the U.S. will be evaluated on a case-by-case basis. There is no cap on transfer credit hours at Georgia Tech. However, students are required to complete a minimum of 36 semester hours for a Georgia Tech degree. Online coursework. Refer to the Transfer Credit Policy page on our registrar's website for detailed information regarding online transfer credit. There is currently a temporary suspension of our current online credit policy for 2020 and the spring of 2021. There is an additional information section on the transfer application if you need to provide information regarding coursework challenges or changes in delivery mode. Repeat coursework. A common question we receive is how we review repeat coursework within our holistic review process. If a student has earned a C grade or higher, then we do not recommend repeating the course since we are unable to provide double credit for the same course. If a student earns below a C grade, then a repeat attempt is necessary in order to earn transfer credit for the course. Official transfer credit evaluation. An official transfer credit evaluation is available once a student receives an offer of admission from the Georgia Tech Office of Undergraduate Admission. The Registrar's Office and academic colleges serve as the authority on transfer credit at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech may require students to submit a credit evaluation request after submission. Our office will notify you via the admission portal for any credit evaluation request. Please keep all of your course syllabi as this information is required for a credit evaluation request. Credit by exam. Georgia Tech welcomes the opportunity to honor credit by exam awards you've received from your current institution. Credit by exam sources include AP, IB, SAT-2, and A-level coursework. It is the student's responsibility to request credit by exam or advanced standing credit on their transcript. The course name, code, and credit hours for each credit by exam award must be on the official transcript for Georgia Tech to honor it. If Georgia Tech is unable to see credit by exam awards by course on the official transcript, then the student will be required to meet credit by exam scores set by Georgia Tech. Credit by exam awards, such as English 1101 and Calculus 1, can transfer and satisfy minimum course requirements by major. Credit by exam awards can also be used to help meet the 30 semester credit or 45 quarter credit hour application requirement. Transfer equivalency table. Georgia Tech's transfer equivalency table is available online at oscar.gatech.edu. Again, that is Oscar, OSCAR.gatech.edu. It lists all coursework and institutions, domestic and international, currently evaluated for transfer credit by Georgia Tech. Students can search transfer credit by institution, subject area, and term. Be sure to select the correct term. See equivalent data for all terms when performing a search on the table. The next slide provides a snapshot of how to use the transfer equivalency table. Before starting a transfer credit query, please review the transfer equivalency overview online at oscar.gatech.edu. Start your query by selecting the state or country of your institution. If your college is not listed on the table, then we have not evaluated coursework for credit. If you have selected your institution, choose your subject area. You can select multiple subjects. For level, you will choose the undergraduate option. For term, you will scroll down to the very bottom and select See Equivalent Data for all terms. This option will show you a complete history of course evaluation. After selecting Get Courses, you will be shown the results of your query. Transfer students indicating the numbers 1XXX or 2XXX means there is no exact GT equivalent course. These courses can be used as free electives. If a course results indicate department evaluation is required, then an evaluation for credit request will be required after an offer of admission. We will provide instructions at that time. For the purpose of our review, if a U.S. college or course is not listed on the table, we will assume credit is transferable except coursework listed as no GT credit awarded. We recommend applicants using international credit to satisfy course requirements by major. Contact our office for more information. The query will produce an output that lists the course numbering system for the college you chose and Georgia Tech. This is a great way for students to check course requirements by major and see if they are transferable to Georgia Tech. Please note, this is not a universal table, so it does not list every institution and every course. If a student's school or coursework is not available on the table, it will not have a negative impact on your application review. An official credit evaluation is available once a student receives an offer of admission. There are some recommendations we have for students pursuing the Georgia Tech First Gen Pathway Program. Review requirements. Carefully review the First Gen Pathway Program page so you clearly understand the requirements. Pay close to the deadlines for the deadlines of this pathway program. The fall application deadline is March 1st. The deadline for transcripts, and coursework is June 1st. Consider summer. Some students pursuing the First Gen Pathway Program enroll in a late short summer term after high school graduation to assist with completing minimum course requirements. It can be very helpful to students who may need a prerequisite course prior to taking Calculus 1, Physics, or other lab science courses. Otherwise, students applying for a major that requires Calculus 2 may not be able to complete minimum course requirements by June 1st. Do your research. Explore college websites to gather details, especially regarding transfer credit. Ask about credit by exam policies to understand how AP, IB, CLEP, or subject tests define the results that can give you credit. Each college should have a clearly defined transfer credit policy within their academic catalog. Ask questions. Create a list of questions you need to know about each institution you are considering and a spreadsheet to record your answers. Here are some important topics to ask questions about. Transfer credit policy. Will you have to take a prerequisite course before enrolling in calculus or lab science coursework? Credit by exam. Will this information be listed on your transcript? Is the college on a quarter or semester credit system? This pathway program will be challenging to complete on a quarter credit system institution. Review the academic calendar. When do classes start and end? Will the spring semester or quarter end before June 1st? Prerequisite coursework. Is there coursework you will need prior to registering for a course requirement? Transcript information. Does it include your credit by exam information, electronic versus direct mail? Coursework availability. Will the coursework you need be available to you? Keep your course syllabi, as this information can be very helpful if you need to have a course evaluated for credit. At Georgia Tech, coursework on our transfer equivalency table will require a transfer credit evaluation request after an offer of admission. I hope this Georgia Tech First Gen Transfer Pathway Program presentation was helpful. We greatly appreciate your continued interest in Georgia Tech and look forward to seeing you in the future. Please contact our office if you have any additional questions at admission@gatech.edu. Go Jackets!